Today is Monday the 19th of December and this is from the South. We begin in Argentina, where federal police have arrested suspected Peruvian drug kingpin Marco Antonio Estrada González in Buenos Aires, reportedly the biggest drug bust in the country's history. He has been charged with 3 drug-related offenses, also confiscated were over 350 kilos of marijuana, more than a dozen arms, and over 500,000 Argentina's pesos in cash. According to officials, González was previously sentenced to home detention, but had kept up trafficking during his sentence. Dozens of tremors shook Ecuador's coast early on Monday, causing power outages and sending people running into the streets. Authorities reported some 24 tremors in 6 hours, with the strongest registering a strength of 5.8 at a depth of 5 kilometers. Experts attributed the shaking of aftershocks from the April quake that killed hundreds. One Venezuelan medium reported that 500 Bolivar notes arrived over the weekend. Venezolana de Televisión ran images of an airplane said to be from Sweden on the tarmac with workers unloading hundreds of crates. The Venezuelan Central Bank said that Sweden made the 500 Bolivar notes. President Nicolás Maduro also over the weekend ordered the 100 Bolivar notes be returned to circulation following the tardy arrival of the higher denomination notes. The 13th Annual UN Biodiversity Conference, or COP13, came to a close in Cancun over the weekend. Officials agreed on a roadmap to promote the conservation of biodiversity in fishing, forests, tourism, and other agricultural sectors to meet the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. The Cancun Declaration will seek to promote policies that reduce and even turn back loss of biodiversity and contribute to the well-being of ecosystems. A total of 12,000 civilians have been evacuated from Aleppo, including 4,500 since midnight on Sunday. This follows the recapture of the city in the nearly 6-year-old war. The fighting is by no means over, with large tracts of the country still under the control of insurgent and Islamist groups. The evacuation of civilians, including wounded people from 2 villages, have been demanded by the Syrian army and its allies before they allow fighters and civilians trapped in Aleppo to depart. Russian ambassador to Ankara Andrei Karlov was shot in the back and killed while giving a speech at an art gallery on Monday. He has been described as a terror attack by Russian Foreign Ministry. Reports that a gunman exclaimed, "Do not forget Aleppo, do not forget Syria" during the attack. The mayor of Ankara said the killing was an attempt at ruining Turkish relations with Moscow. Choi Soon-sil appeared in court for the first day of a criminal trial for fraud and abuse of power. She is a friend of South Korean President Park Geun-hye, who is at the center of a corruption scandal that led to an impeachment vote against Park in parliament. Cho is charged with pressuring big businesses to pay money to foundations that back Park's policy initiatives. Prosecutors have named Park as an accomplice, although she has immunity from prosecuting while in office. Choi denied all charges prosecutors brought against her and says she did not collude with the president. Protesters gathered on the steps of the Pennsylvania Capitol building on Monday, where the 50th Electoral College was due to officially cast their vote for President-elect Donald Trump and his Vice President Mike Pence. The conclusion by U.S. intelligence agencies that Russia hacked into the emails of the Democratic National Committee is an attempt to sway the election for Trump, has prompted Democrats to urge some electors not to vote as directed by the state's popular ballot. French judges found IMF chief Christine Lagarde guilty of negligence on Monday for failing to challenge a state arbitration payout to business tycoon in 2008. Lagarde will not be punished, as judges said the context of the global financial crisis in which Lagarde found herself in should be taken into account. The judges did not see negligence in Lagarde's decision to seek an out-of-court settlement with businessman Bernard Tapie, but said her failure to contest the award to him was negligent and led to a misuse of public funds. Former Honduran officials Rafael Callejas and Alfredo Howitt Vanegas have been banned for life by FIFA for their involvement in a multi-million-dollar bribery scheme. Both men have admitted their involvement. Howitt and Callejas were among 16 people charged last December with bribery schemes for marketing a broadcast rights in a dismantling of a Latin American soccer network by U.S. prosecutors.